Damn, how much I wish we would have done a better job when we first bought our first home. We should have checked the entire condition of the roof.
The electrical, including the electrical panel.
That's right, that panel, the drains, where the drains clogged up or not. The water lines, did it have copper, galvanized, the windows, the foundation, I mean, so much more. Hey, it's Willie and Anna with the Garcia Real Estate Team out here in Whittier.
If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know all things Whittier, then make sure you tap the subscribe button down below. You click that little bell so that you are notified every single time we do a brand new video.
That's right, folks. We've had so many buyers reach out to us that are looking to buy here in Whittier and surrounding areas and are interested in buying a house that needs some work, a fixer-upper, or needs some upgrading. That in this video we're going to walk you through what you should be looking out for when you're buying a house that needs updating or needs some repairs. Let's go check it out. Okay, folks, so one of the things as you drive up to the property, you want to check out the conditions of several things. Number one is you want to look at the roof. This roof here looks like it's an older roof. I think it has maybe 1 or 2 years left of life. You can see how it's crystallizing, and it's just an older roof. That looks like a 20-year-old roof, so you want to check that out. Another thing as you're walking the property is you want to check out the conditions of the siding, the wood siding, or if it's stucco, check out the stucco, make sure there's no major cracks. Sometimes those are signs of maybe some foundation issues. This house has siding, so you could see some of the siding is cracked. You know, just take a look at all that. Underneath the roof is the eaves and the fascias. You want to make sure that you take a thorough look that there's no rot or major termite damage underneath the eaves. As you can see there, these look pretty good, but you do want to take a look at that. Also take a look at your windows. These windows here are older metal windows. They're not double pane windows. So those are things you want to look out for when looking at a house that's going to need some work. You want to be able to determine what that cost may be and factor it in your whole purchase price. Okay, let's go look inside. Okay, folks, as we get into this house, the first thing you'll notice is the exposed beams, which look really nice. But if you notice, there's no insulation. This house is a semi-flat roof house. So because of that, guess what? During the summer days, it's gonna get hot in here. So one of the things you're gonna have to factor in your remodel is a new air conditioning system. So make sure you keep an eye on that because that can be costly. Thought I'd point that out. Okay, folks, so now we're in the kitchen area. This house is definitely a dated house. It's an old remodel, has tile countertops, cabinets are oak. Most people now, when they remodel, they remove those upper cabinets. They want as much open space as possible, but here's what's important. Let's take a look at the plumbing. Let's take a look at what's underneath that sink. So when you're out here looking at a house, feel comfortable enough to open up all the drawers, open these drawers here underneath the sink, and take a look at what's going on there, right? So like this house here, I can tell you the plumbing, that plumbing there, it's galvanized. You can see how it's rusty. It's an old plumbing system. Nothing wrong with it, I'm sure it's working, but galvanized pipes have rust and that's the water that you're using. No copper, so take a look at that, that's very important. Factor that into your cost because you're gonna more than likely want to upgrade your water lines to copper. Kitchen looks functional. I mean, it's a good size. Again, it's dated, so you're gonna have to factor in countertops and maybe not all the cabinets, but you might want to keep the cabinets, change the doors out, and you know, maybe paint your cabinets lacquer white. It'll make it look really nice with some quartz countertops. Remove those cabinets up there, install some new faucets and appliances, and you'll be good. There you go. Okay folks, so here's bedroom number 1. It has old carpet, needs paint. That window there is an old metal window, and it has the exposed beams. This bedroom here, I'm going to say, is about a 10 by 11, not a bad size. That's bedroom 1. Okay folks, this is bedroom number 2. Also has the old carpet. It's in need of paint, has the old metal windows, exposed beams. And I'm gonna say this bedroom here is going to be about a 9 by 10. Okay folks, here's bedroom number 3. I'm gonna say this bedroom's about 10 by 11 feet. It has the old carpet. It definitely needs paint. Has the original metal windows. Here's the closet space, which probably is gonna need some painting. So now that we've seen these 3 bedrooms, I can tell you that a bedroom is basically a box. They don't take very much expense. Aside from, you're gonna need some fresh paint there. You're gonna need some kind of flooring, whether it's laminate floors or it's some kind of tile floor. The expense isn't very high. You're gonna need some new windows, some inexpensive windows. Good grade are Milgard windows, unless you wanna go very high end with some Pallas or Anderson, if that's the style you're looking for. I mean, those are very pricey. But again, bedrooms aren't very expensive to remodel. Keep that in mind if you're looking at a house that needs work or is a fixer, okay? So those are the 3 bedrooms. Okay folks, this is bathroom 1, which is in the hallway. And as you can see, it's an older remodel. It has the tile countertops. Bathroom is also tiled. You know, it's a clean bathroom, but I'm sure you're gonna wanna remodel it as you move in. So keep that in mind. You probably wanna buy a new vanity, some quartz countertops, consider the sink. Let's look at what type of water lines it has underneath here. Let me open this here, give me a second. And so this is also galvanized. That drain line there before the trap, that shouldn't be there, those leak, as you can see, right? But anyhow, things to consider in your remodel. Also your flooring. This bathroom it's clean, but I'm sure as a purchase, you're gonna wanna remodel it. So consider probably a new toilet, new sink, new countertops, new vanity. And I think the most expensive part of a bathroom remodel is going to be the shower enclosure, because you can make it into a step-in shower or keep the tub and retile, or do whatever it is you like, but keep that price in mind. Okay folks, here's bathroom number 2. It's also a dated bathroom. You're gonna need a new vanity. I'm sure you're gonna wanna take that tile out and put some new tile. So these are all things to consider when buying a house that's dated. This one here is not a fixer, it's just very dated. So keep all those costs in mind, okay? So there's bathroom number 2. Okay folks, so we're at the backyard. Another thing you wanna keep an eye out when looking at a house that needs work or a fixer is the block walls. A lot of these block walls, many of them have some major cracks, or they're leaning towards the neighbor's yard. And so look at that. If there's some vegetation, make sure to move the vegetation so you can take a really good look at the block walls, because that can be a pretty big expense. Usually the neighbor will split that expense with you, but that's not always the case. So make sure you take a good look at that. Okay folks, lastly, you want to make sure you take a look at the electrical and the electrical panel. In this case, this panel looks like a dated panel. Let's take a look. Actually it is. It's an older panel and it doesn't have any more space for breakers, so this could be a pretty big expense depending on what you want to do. If you want to add more can lights to the interior or a pool, this panel is not going to be sufficient. So all these costs you're going to have to take in mind before you purchase a house that needs work or needs some kind of upgrading, because they'll all factor in. And before you know it, I mean, you could be way over budget, okay? There you go. Okay, folks, so hopefully this gave you a better idea of things that you should look out for when buying a house that's in need of repairs or a fixer-upper. I'm a licensed general contractor, and I love giving my buyers tips about things to watch out for, because at the end of the day, it's gonna affect your bottom line.
That's right. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Willie and Anna.
And our YouTube channel, Living in Whittier, California. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.